Good evening and welcome to Edessa the Dark Crusade. Tonight we have, as one once again, so many times before, Madeline slaving away at her many chores in her haven. It's been some time now since Torvald moved out. Torvald, well, had things to attend to, shall we say. He is not living here at the moment. But Madeline seems to be doing all right. She's busy with many things, preparations. And, well, while she's getting many things in order, tonight she might just have a guest. Psst! Alex! That's your cue!
Sorry, so Thorvald, he's going to send a. He's not rude. He's not going to enter because it's Madeline's domain. He's going to send a messenger, um, from to Gutria, to ask whether or not she would inquire of her mistress, um, if this particular girl's master could visit this evening.
Messages will be sent back and forth, but if that is the case, Gutria will probably follow you in.
Yeah, he will arrange to meet Gutria at the gate. And
Doesn't seem to be that much of a fuzz. And you are let in. And yeah, Madeline will probably, if not receive you at the front, she will just get up as soon as she hears the door and just, not too long after, she will greet you. And she'll just, good evening.
good evening, Lady Madeline.
So formal.
Just making a quick roll. Hang on. One success. My rolls are so bad today. Thorvald, he's dressed like a merchant, actually. He's not wearing armour. Just standard merchant's clothes in dark thread. And he gives Madeline a little bow. You can tell that he's being quite stiff, like quite prim and proper. He's got his like I'm at work or I'm being a soldier demeanour on, which Madeline knows is a little bit of an act sometimes. Sometimes it's an act, sometimes it's I'm not very comfortable. Take your pick. I mean, he only got one success, so he's not hiding his I'm doing an act very well.
She just looks for a moment. So, Master Torvald, how are you doing?
Very well. No complaints. The nights have been quiet. And yourself?
Quite good. A bit of less companionship than I would like, but oh well. Cannot all be blessed. The company we would prefer. She smiles to him, quite knowingly to him.
I miss the horses and the dogs. It's quite different living in the roost. Noisy.
Oh, but at least you have good companionship.
I have my retainer, yes.
And you are warming her bed well?
I have my own room.
You cannot expect her to sleep alone all the time.
From time to time.
Good.
We spend the evening together, but I do not sleep in the same bed as her.
Hmm.
There is only one woman in that has ever shared that privilege.
I am honored.
I'm sure. He looks down. He looks kind of down at the floor.
Hmm. But pleasantries and current events out of the way, is there a reason you are here? I do appreciate the company, the visit, of course.
May I come in and sit?
That would, of course, you can. Please.
He'll sit down at the table where they normally sit. I met an interesting woman the other night, Lady Giovanni.
Hmm. Any connection with our newest friend, another merchant?
She said that she was his mentor.
Hmm.
She's Cappadocian, I assume. Well, that's what she said.
That would indeed seem to be the case.
I queried her because her name does not match her background. She's African, I assume, but Giovanni is an Italian name.
Italians have been known to go to Africa.
We had a pleasant conversation. And then she said, I don't think Lady Madeline recognised me.
Hmm.
Which I found curious.
I have had a lot on my mind. Perhaps I might have met her in passing.
She's new to the
I
city.
shall I shall correct this. Well, I have been
She's
in quite a few cities.
true. Maybe it's my paranoia these days. That meant two things to me. Either she's met you in another city, or she's been in the city a while as someone else.
I think the former would be the most likely, but I will rectify this mistake and perhaps I shall ask for the good Lady Giovanni to come here.
Dover looks uncomfortable. He does one of his signature frowns.
Unless, of course, there is more to your story.
Well, I'm more wary of outsiders than you are. Something strange about the woman. I could feel it, smell it. What it is, I do not know.
More so than just being Cappadocian.
Something set the hairs on the back of my neck stand up about her. A feeling I felt also around the wishing woman.
Well, my first guess would be it is the dead that stir. Well, or rather, fixed these capitaciones. It is what they do. Bind the spirit of the dead to their service.
Seemed to make Lady Irene unsettled.
Well,
A little bit.
Lady Irene has certain predispositions that make her more affected by certain things.
How fare your dealings with your clan? Have things settled somewhat?
A bit better. Hopefully, will only get better in time.
Mm. I must confess, I find this pretense a little bit difficult.
What pretense? She smiles, quite broadly.
He squirms as if he's a child that's been caught stealing the sweets out of the jar. You're going to make me say it. I know you know what I'm talking about, Madeline.
Well, that could be quite a few things.
It's been an uncomfortable adjustment. Since I moved to the roost.
Mm.
He squirms some more.
But it was your wish.
A man can be stupid.
Oh, a man can.
I'm not saying that I go back on my wish. It's important for me to maintain my domain. For the prince has been very generous in giving it to someone of no note and no worth like myself. But it is a very colourless existence. To think that living in a brothel would be lively and exciting.
A certain, perhaps a decoration you require? Or is it perhaps a spice to life itself that you miss somehow?
Do you remember the sorry state I was in when my arms were removed?
Oh, of course I do.
I feel much the same.
Madeline's smirky grin just begins to change ever so slightly. And her eyes also, like, she just, the facade she has just begins to come down a little bit. She just nods a little.
I feel as if I'm missing a limb.
Hmm.
And the emptiness of it preys on me. It is a vexing annoyance. not to be able to live with or without somebody.
You say you are not good with words, but I must tell you, when you truly desire to flatter, you are a master.
Is there no middle ground, Paramore? He says almost resignedly, as if, well, you know Thorvald well enough. He's not someone that shows weakness easily.
Mm.
Fear, never. Weakness, he doesn't show fear even when he should show fear. It seems it's impossible for him. But weakness is difficult for him, and you can see that he's really sort of really wriggling, you know. He's not
Because there
comfortable.
is something you cannot control. Does not make you weak. It means that you have something that is so important to you that you are willing to bear the burden that it will bring with it.
I told myself in the start that I would have comforts. Saida, who is a wonderful woman and a loyal girl. She is sweet in many ways, and I wouldn't be without her. She is important to me. I told myself I'd be spending more time with Primage and Margot. She has no use for me, not really. Her fascination is with her, the neonate Lady Priscilla.
Hmm.
My sire. If I went looking for if I went running to my sire, to my mother, whenever I needed a decent bit of comforting or company, I'd find myself ever hungry. She's not a woman to waste time with pleasantries, and nor would I have it so. I comforted myself for a little bit, saying, well, I'm doing good work. The last time I saw her, she was pleased with me. I know that Cainites spend many centuries sometimes alone. I know that you and I have spent months apart and had little discourse in the separation. Somehow this time it was different. He looks down at his hands.
She will take his hands. There is nothing to be ashamed of.
I'm your man, you understand?
And I am your woman.
I serve no purpose being master of a brothel. It is a life for someone that is idle, which is not me.
Who is to say that you cannot do more than one thing?
Being here, tending the horses, tending the land, guarding the place, and working with you gives me pleasure. I was concerned about my position in court. I don't think I care about it anymore. That's not true. I do care. My duty to the prince is everlasting, regardless of my personal life.
As it should.
I don't think that. I think I was kidding myself a little bit. That I would be accepted by the Toreador and the Ventrue, which I will never be. But that doesn't mean I don't have a place.
Exactly. You have a place right here. And she goes over, leans very close to him, kisses him.
He returns the kiss, but then he just sort of rests his head against her in a way that he's prone to do. I was trying to climb two ambitions at once, which was dangerous of me. I think I should just stick to my own path. Not try and be somebody that I'm not.
And you should not do such things. Hmm. Whatever you decide, this decision should be yours, sir.
Can you not feel my decision? He says he's sort of. He has his head against her stomach a bit.
I know it is. I am simply trying to convince you that you have already made the right decision.
I won't deny the prince, and I won't deny. I will do my duties. I will obey the prince. I will obey the sheriff, and I will obey my sire. Social standing be damned, really. I'm not on this cursed planet to gossip and prance and please others.
No, that would be a waste.
I'm here to be a soldier and do my duty. No more, no less. The role of spy does not suit me. Maybe I should leave that to you.
I think you already have, to a certain extent.
That doesn't mean that we shouldn't conduct ourselves with more decorum in public. But that is more my fault than yours.
Assigning blame in a thing as this, it is not useful. Not really. She looks behind her, just so. And do you wish to return to something more familiar? Tonight?
I think we can make a compromise where I can split my time between the places. I don't wish to neglect my domain. But it is not so far, is it?
No, it is not.
And the reason that I purchased it was to secure the building.
Well, just let me know when you will be here and when you will be there. It should be no problem.
I am here.
She smiles, kisses him again, just says, well, that is good.
He looks over to the desk. You should finish your work before we make the more enlightening trudge to the oblivion.
She grabs him and just says, damn my work.
I think we can end the scene there.